trust me, there will be a problem today. 241, and we already got a transmission out of a truck, so that's tits. Shawn's truck's transmission's out, and I just blew a hose on mine. But this is what I wanted. Gotta make money. It's the first snowstorm in a long time. First big storm in a very long time. Now I can actually go work until we have a problem. And trust me, there will be a problem today. I don't know what the problem will be, but I can assure you there will be an issue today. So stay tuned and see if we get to figure that out together. The old Escape gets around pretty good in the snow. I was actually pretty surprised. All right, everybody's out. Let's go make some money. We got a bubbler, got everybody going. Old happy day.
Shawn Becker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over here at the office. I didn't want to deal with that cluster pit shop, so I got fuel here.
Okay.
But this truck doesn't even have reverse anymore, and I could barely even go forward. So I didn't know what you wanted me to do.
If you put it in 4 low, does that change anything?
I can try. Yeah, I can move a lot better now.
It's got reverse? Well, somewhat probably.
No. Nothing.
Okay. See if you can drive it up into the barn.
Okay.
For now. Because obviously the transmission's out. But maybe if we put it in there and when we're all done, maybe we could bebop around Fenimore with it and get rid of the salt out of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to come up with a game plan here on what I'm gonna have you do.
Alright, well, it'll take me a few minutes to get it up there.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, bye.
Alright, 241, and we already got a transmission out of a truck, so that's tits. Alright guys. Great. So now I gotta try to figure out, because we got all the trucks out, it'd be nice if we could get that track machine to Fenimore. That would help out. So alright, see if I can figure this out. Well, I guess today is just gonna suck all day. Well, I just blew a coolant hose or something. Smell coolant blowing out everywhere. Where, I don't know. So, 1-inch hose. It's gonna fuck me, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, where you at?
Thanks, man.
You wanna come up here by the barn? Bring a flashlight if there's one in there.
Okay.
Alright, back. Trying to get it over here so we're not working directly in the wind. Oh yeah, she's just blowing coolant out everywhere. Well, I guess Shawn's truck would have the same shit, so I want to ask him his opinion, see if he's got any thoughts on fixing this. I just blew hose on my truck. I just want you to look at this, see what you think. It's just little, but this doesn't look like it comes apart, does it? Did you find a light or no?
No, I didn't. Looks like someone already fabbed it up a little, or is that you?
This is how when they deleted it.
Oh.
They get rid of all that stuff, so.
I mean, I would imagine you'd be able to cut this off and it's barbed in there, so you can just put a clamp on it. I would believe so. It looks just like a factory.
Let's go look at your truck and see what that looks like. You got a knife on you? Okay. God, it pisses me off.
Hello.
How do I turn the lights on in this shed? The barn.
Oh, should be a switch out there. It's on the wall by like all the plugs, I believe.
When I come in the door, to the left or to the right?
Oh, when you go in through the walk door, it should be straight ahead of you.
Is it in this side of the building or in the tire shop?
Oh, I believe it's in that side of the building. I always get confused as hell with it.
Oh, I'm gonna bust every one of them off. This is so stupid. Okay, well, Shawn's truck's done, so what are you working on?
I'm at the hospital right now.
I don't know. This is so dumb. I cannot believe. So we could try and cut that off. If that doesn't work, then I guess worst case we steal this whole thing. It's just clamps, right? And just put it on my truck to get me going.
Let me just take the clamps off and then switch it out quick.
Just take it off your truck. This fucker's gonna be hot as shit.
Yeah, it is. Or we can try your way first and give this time to cool down if it don't work.
Yeah, well, you got a knife?
I don't know if it'll cut through plastic, but
Yeah, we can go try that, I guess. I don't know, or just cut that rubber off and see what's under there. Doesn't snap apart, does it?
There's a tab right here. I didn't know if it was just like must be just like a phone.
You think your truck would haul a skid loader up here? From Stitzer?
My shit box?
Yeah. No? Oh, okay. I have no idea. We're having some issues here.
Let's see if I can find it.
Shawn's truck's transmission's out and I just blew a hose on mine. We're both at the office. We need a truck to go haul the track machine to Fenimore. The only thing here is a silver Dodge.
I see.
So either let Shawn use your truck to haul that up here, or you can come back here and you can go haul it up here. I don't really care. But we're down 2 trucks right now, so we're in trouble.
If it was fucking clear, I probably wouldn't mind, but the fact that there's snow on the ground.
Well, can you come back and use your truck and haul the skid loader up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then maybe I'll hop in the skid loader and you and him can go get that or something. And yeah, just swing back to the office. Okay, bye. Yeah, the tranny's out of that for sure. And then mine just blew a coolant hose.
Oh.
So, I think we can fix it, but we're gonna have to get that track machine up here. I would grab the tilt bed and just throw it on there. Snow bucket is out back. I was using it this morning, so I'll just have you go do that. Fuck it. I'll get in this and run that, and I'll have Shawn.
Unless you want to do it.
Not really. I'll go run this for a while. I don't want to drive Dodge. So obviously we can't repair a transmission at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, but we ended up going and getting the track machine and the snow bucket, so we just got a little extra help in Fenimore. That way Shawn's got something to do since all the trucks are busy. We're still moving snow, so I can't say it. I'm not gonna say it. Things seem to be going pretty good. Last time I said it, 2 trucks went down already, so. She's a rough business out here, rough business.
later that night.
Most of the guys got done around 2-3 o'clock today. So another 14-hour day. This was a lot of snow. It really beat us up. But we did have some extra guys come in, and we did find some extra shovelers, so that helps. And then I got done at like 3. I went home, took a little nap, took a shower, and then just went and organized the Christmas light parade for Fenimore. We ended up having 18 floats, but there was a lot of people there, so I'm kind of disappointed in the amount of floats. But with the weather and everything this weekend, and then the time change, and it was Sunday instead of Saturday, I think that it was a good turnout. I did have quite a few people message me today and say, hey, we're not doing the parade thing with the weather. So, you know, plus our business didn't have a float. You know, there's quite a few that it just didn't work out. So kind of disappointed, because when I do things, I like to go all out on them and make sure that they're really good and organized and better than past years. But all around, I mean, it was a good turnout for the weather. But there was a lot of people that attended the parade, so that was kind of cool to see. So yeah, now it's 6:30, and everybody's home, and the boss is still out. I am just going around and doing final checkups, like this one I'm just pulling up to now. I see somebody missed a driveway on, not a big deal, but I just want to make sure that when the customers come in Monday, there's no issues. They don't have to call us. So it's just going above and beyond, and that's kind of how I've always had my snow removal business. So another thing too, we probably had, I'll bet we had 25 calls for residential snow removal within the last 4 days. And part of me wants to make a crew that just does residential, because we just get a shit ton of calls for it. But again, residentials are such a pain. You know, if you get a bunch, you kind of want them all in a consolidated area, tight group. But I don't know, I don't think it's worth messing with. But we're gonna do a little cleanup action here, and hopefully call it a day and get some good sleep. So I'm not complaining, but last night I got 4 hours of sleep. Friday night I got probably 45 minutes of sleep. So we're definitely pushing her pretty hard here. Got a lot of stuff to fix this week, that's for sure. A lot of broke down stuff, and getting the salt bin filled up, and then there's actually some piles we're probably gonna have to go and push back. So, but this is what I wanted. We gotta make money.
2 days later.
It is a few days after the snowstorm. We've went through a bunch of trucks and equipment. I got a couple trailers in here. We had to use these during the storm to move some skid loaders and stuff. And they are all nasty, slushy. We did just get back 217. This is a truck I bought down in Texas this spring. And we thought the transmission was out. And turns out it was the transfer case. So that morning when Shawn told me that, he called me and said, hey, the tranny's out, it's slipping. I didn't go test drive it, I just took his word for it. And when I had met him and drove it back here, you know, he said it was grinding. And I was like, well, if a transmission's slipping, there isn't going to be any grinding. And as soon as he turned it from 4-wheel to 2-wheel on the transfer case side, it's got the button on the dash, and it was grinding like crazy. So took it down to the transmission shop, and he said there was hardly any fluid in the transfer case, and a bunch of metal came out. So we got a new transfer case put in. He serviced the transmission, cleared all the codes because it was acting funny, obviously because of those things. And now this truck seems to be running good again, hopefully. but you know, that was probably $4,000 to fix that. And then we also sent 215, the gas are down. That one, same issue, which I knew that one was out. That one was out last year. And I just never fixed it because we didn't get any snow. So that one's getting a new transfer case as well. I believe that one's going to be a little less expensive because it's a gasser. I don't know. But same thing, he's going to service the transmission on that truck. New transfer case. And then after seeing these two transfer cases go out, I think what we're going to do is probably just send my truck down there, or I could really probably do it here and service my transfer case. So my truck's got 200,000 miles on it, and I've never touched a transfer case. So, but I also am not too hard on stuff, and I let it shift. I take my time. You know, with a lot of these older trucks, it's the transfer case, you shift it on the floor. Now with this one, you literally got to wait until the light lights up and it tells you that it's in that gear, you know, 4 high, 4 low. And this truck also does have, which mine doesn't, but this truck has auto 4-wheel. So not really a fan of that, especially with all this giddy up. This truck's making weird noises. That was weird. My truck doesn't do that either. So anyways, we got some old plow trucks here that are getting some stuff fixed on them. So other than that, I don't think we have any huge problems. I did bring my back blade in and went through this, cleaned up all the electrical plugs, made sure the battery is good, all the connections are good. You know, I built this thing myself just over 10 years ago. So I copied another guy's design. You know, 10 years ago, there's no way I could afford one of these. And obviously it was just me, and I think I had one other employee at that time. You know, I went to the welding shop and told him exactly what I wanted. He did a lot of this fabricating for me and built like the main structure pieces for me. And then I put everything together. You know, I gave him all the dimensions, and then I bought the pump, the hoses, the wiring, put everything together, made a custom controller, made a custom wire harness. You know, it saved me a lot of time and money. Then we mounted my backup camera on here, which is pretty nice, but it does get covered with snow and then you can't see shit. And I do have another one of these sitting outside, brand new, ready to go. This is a lot to handle, and for somebody to run this, I really got to trust them with a truck and plowing, because this can get pretty sketchy pretty quick. And then I did go through my front plow as well, greased this all up, checked everything, no loose bolts, no loose hoses, made sure everything's good to go. You know, and I encourage you guys, if you have plows, stuff like this, as soon as it's done snowing, you got to be going through this stuff. And, you know, I didn't always have this nice big shop. You know, I used to work in a 40 by 40 3-car garage. So I understand that, you know, not everybody has a huge, big, warm, heated shop, but as long as you can get it inside somewhere, check over everything, and just be ready for the next storm. It's going to cost you money, but, you know, the snow business is basically an emergency service. You got to be out there right away and get it done as soon as possible. So the less problems during the storm, the better, as you guys saw in the video. So it can be a little stressful when we go out and 2 trucks go down right away. That was a pretty stressful moment, but I do have us set up to where we're not overloaded. We have an extra truck and basically an extra skid loader. So if something does go down, we really can't, you know, we have backups. So, but we are looking at setting up a whole nother crew next year. I'm going to need 2 trucks and a skid loader. We're going to be going to another city next year, setting up a whole nother crew. We're actually planning that right now. So there's just another city that is really struggling to find a good snow removal provider. We've been getting calls for this city for years. I just said, you know what, let's just do it. So we're gonna plan that for next winter. Ton of contracts in this city. So, but that means more headaches and more logistics and more trucks and more skid loaders and, you know, more space to put all this stuff. But I do really enjoy the snow removal business. So let's go see how the salt shed's doing. That's looking pretty hot out here. We've got probably 3 or 4 skid loader buckets in here, huh? So I've actually never ran out of salt, but I would call this ran out of salt. So I got hopefully 3 semi-loads coming today, and we're gonna get her all packed in there. Well, he's probably not gonna be able to bring all 3 today, but I want to get her filled back up, you know, have that all stocked and ready to go. So, but we did kind of run into some issues with the salt. We got it all figured out now. We don't need to go into all that, but I'm not using white salt. Once you've used treated salt, you don't want to go back to white salt. So I could have that full of white salt easily and it'd be cheaper, but the white salt doesn't go as far. All of our trucks are calibrated to work with treated salt. All my guys know how much to put down. So if we switch salts, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. So we got to wash some of this stuff up. I know the skid loader's got salt all over it. That gives me anxiety. $100,000 machine covered in salt. We got to get her cleaned up. And then this old rusty trailer, I'm hoping we can blast and paint that this winter. And then this is the rental trailer. Really have not been renting this thing out a ton. I probably need to do some more advertising, marketing, talk to some people. But we used it this last snowstorm, so I don't want this one getting to be a rusty piece of shit either. So we got to give this stuff some attention. So they've been sitting in the shop overnight. Everything's thawed off, ready to be washed. And I'm going to grab the hot water pressure washer and start washing these babies off. And I think today is going to be the day that I tell you guys what the secret stuff is that I use on all of our trucks, equipment, and plows. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till we get it all rinsed off, and then I'm going to show you guys. So stay tuned here. Let's get to work, and I'll show you the secret sauce. Wash the underside of it with the underbelly washer, and I'll tell you what, hot water is one of the biggest things that helps with washing equipment. So if you can get a hot water pressure washer, that'd be great. But trust me, there's a lot of years where I used a cold water pressure washer and it was not fun. Now I want to show you guys the secret sauce that we've been using for the last few years, probably 3 or 4 years now. And thankfully, this company has agreed to partner with us, and we want to get this product out to more of you guys and make sure you guys know about it. So check it out, guys. It's called Salt's Gone. So this stuff instantly removes salt and brine from any vehicle. I believe it was made for marine, for boats and stuff. And then it kind of transitioned over into the world of plowing equipment and stuff that gets super rusty. So like I said, we've been using it the last few years, guys. So every time we get done with a snowstorm, the guys bring all the trucks in, they wash them all off, and then the final step, every time, right here, guys, salt's gone. I'm telling you, this is good stuff. You know, unfortunately, 12 years ago when I bought that trailer, I didn't know anything about salt's gone. And you can certainly tell by the looks of that trailer, she's looking pretty rough. So, but usually, like I said, guys, we wash the trucks off, hit them with salt's gone, and it's just a really good peace of mind to know that that salt isn't sticking on there, because these trucks could sit for 2 months, or we could be plowing tomorrow. Like, we really don't know. So, especially the snow plows, you know, we've always sprayed it on those, and I'm really a firm believer in it. So we keep salt's gone stocked up here, and we keep a couple gallons of it on the shelf. You can use a foam cannon. I prefer to use this. That way my guys don't have to mix and they don't have to guess the ratio. You just put it in this. This thing comes from Salt's Gone, and it puts on the right amount. So if you guys want to save your equipment like I do, want to take care of this stuff, make sure it lasts a long time, get yourself some Salt's Gone, guys. And guess what? I can save you a little bit of money. Use our QR code right here. That's going to save you some money on Salt's Gone. It's going to give us a little kickback. We appreciate you guys, and hopefully we can save you some money on Salt's Gone, and hopefully save you some money on wear and tear and repairing of your vehicles by using it. So now I'm going to show you guys how I use it, and it's pretty simple. You just spray it on, rinse it off, and you're good to go. Simple application, guys. And actually, if you don't want to use a pressure washer, you can just turn this thing to water and it'll rinse right off. But you know me, I prefer to use the big hot water pressure washer. So I usually let it sit on there a couple minutes, and then let's rinse her off. For a couple years on YouTube, and we've never really had sponsors. We've had a lot of companies reach out, and I always said I'm not going to ever sponsor something that I don't stand behind, that I don't use, that I think is a bunch of BS. Now, I want to explain to you guys, Salt's Gone is truly a product we use. It's truly a product that I stand behind 100%, and we use it every time we wash our equipment. So again, if you want to protect your investment like I'm trying to do with this brand new trailer I bought this spring, make sure to get on over, check out Salt's Gone, use the QR code, check out the link in the description, guys. We appreciate you. Now let's get back to work. All right, so I just got word that our salt delivery is on its way, so we need to get outside and make sure everything is out of the way for that semi. We got a pretty tight yard around here, a lot of trucks, a lot of plows, so I need to get my butt outside and make sure he's got plenty of room. Oh, what do we got to move here? Looks like we got to move some trucks. It's bright out here. God dang. So he's got to come in here, dump right there, and then whip a shitty and go right back out that way. So we basically got to move all of these. So let's play the old game of what will start today with Pagel Services. I know this truck will start. This truck will start. Yeah, they might all start today. I guess we've been using them quite a bit. You know, last year a lot of guys gave me a lot of shit for having a bunch of dead batteries, but we literally plowed twice last year, so the trucks sat a lot. And when they sit a lot, you're gonna have some dead batteries. Plus we try to shut all the tablets off too. Ugh. As you can see there, we got a little bit of an issue there. I can see daylight. 400,000 mile beast. Out of all the old cat eye trucks I got, I really like this one. Which this one's only got 229,000 on her. So she's practically brand new. But I actually like this truck. Last year I had to take it out a few times and she's just a solid old unit. This truck, the wheel fell off the other day. In all my years of business and being around vehicles and trucks, I've never seen a wheel just fall off. So the shoveler sent me this picture and a message saying the wheel fell off, and I was like, what are you talking about? So I have no idea, but they jacked it back up, found some lug nuts and put it back on, but we got to figure out, like, how does that happen? Like, nobody tightened those lug nuts up or what? I don't know. Now this one's basically the same as that other truck I just drove, but it's got another probably 200,000 miles on it. So this one here, she's pretty tired. Now this one's got 362. And let me tell you what, you can tell the difference between 200,000 and 360,000 miles. This old girl's getting a little tired, but she still gets up and goes to work every day. She might be ugly, she might be sore, but she still goes to work and makes money every day. But if we keep getting snows like this last one, I promise you we'll be buying some new trucks. That's a huge factor into all this. So I'm praying we get a bunch more, and you know, even ones like this where they just totally break us down and push us to the limits. I don't even care. I want to replace a bunch of this stuff, you know, get caught up from the last couple years of really no snow. Ah, shit. Running out of room here. Put one up here, I guess. It smells like puke in this one. I don't know if somebody got drunk and threw up in this the other day or what, but we got cameras in here, we got hammer drill, we got all kinds of stuff in here. Not quite sure why, but so we're gonna park this baby right down here out of the way. Hopefully Billy Big Rigger's got enough room. We better put out a little salt. I don't want this guy struggling. So this guy delivering the salt is well, actually, yeah, I think we'll actually spread some gravel and some fines instead. We'll go get a scoop of gravel and fines and spread that out. But the guy bringing it this year, he's never been here, and this is a pain in the ass to get in and out of here. So it's my job to make sure shit's out of the way, and he can spin around in here and not have any issues. So backup camera quit working in this thing. I don't know what's going on. Probably more mice. Last night I had to go to a guy's farm. He's actually kind of Amish. I say kind of Amish because he has a skid loader and like some equipment. But he's got a Bobcat skid loader. And he's like, yeah, my headlights just quit working. And I said, well, I'll bet you got mice up in here, or up in here. I kind of explained to him that, you know, we had brand new machines and they were full of mice. And so his is bad enough that they've probably chewed through the wires. And, you know, they're actually causing major issues. So hopefully we got our mice situation figured out. So for those of you that don't know, you don't really want to spread salt on gravel. It kind of turns to a sloppy, nasty mud, and you don't want that. So we're going to go get some fines, some sand, and a little bit of gravel. And I'm going to spread some out here on the road so when he comes in, he's not spinning. And then spread some back there so he can get around really well. Alright guys, if you have not gotten entered to win this trailer, now is the time. There's not much time left. Brand new 2026 load trail. One of you guys that's watching this video is going to be taking that home. Either we'll deliver it to you or you can come here and pick it up and hang out with us or whatever you want. But time is running out. So brand new trailer. I would love to have that trailer in our fleet of stuff, but you know, we got the old rusty. Holy, speaking of rusty, guys, check out this salt bucket. Come on. God dang. Just getting a little rusty there. So we're gonna try and smash some of these chunks down. We used to spread a lot of this sand and gravel, but the last couple of years really have not been that bad. So, but once it gets icy, a lot of these guys with farm driveways, they'll call us and ask us to come out and spread some of this on there. Sometimes we'll mix in a little bit of salt, but usually this works pretty good. We're just gonna throw one scoop in the old salt spreader there. Biggest thing is you don't want any clumps because it will not go through the spreader if you got a bunch of clumps in there. So really what I should have done was pre-mixed a bunch of this stuff and put it right in there so it doesn't get moisture on it and we could use it all winter long. I like to struggle. Alright, that'll work. God, that's Kawasaki green. That thing is so bright. Doesn't match our green, but that thing is popping. Nice tarp on it. Nice I-beam frame so you don't have to worry about the thing breaking in half. What the fuck? You guys see that? This mouse, where in the hell is he staying at? Yeah, I see it. Where's he living? Oh, you want to play a little game here, buddy, or what? Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? Oh man, he's jumping. Yep, get right in the Monte Carlo there. I wonder where he was staying. I hope he was not my skid loader. It's got me a little worried. Huh. Yeah, one skid loader bucket is probably way too much, but whatever. Yeah, this salt bucket here is gonna need some attention real soon. So when I push the salt in the shed, I like to use this bucket because it's wider than my tracks. So if I use that bucket, then my tracks get really full of salt. If I use this one, there's a lot less salt that gets in my undercarriage and on the tracks. So that's what we'll do. Let's hammer the big intersection here. Actually, I think I might make one more pass just to give him a little more turning area. He's gonna want as much room as possible over here, so we gotta grab a gear here. Son of a rookie driver. We didn't have her in 4x. He ain't pushing all that in 2-wheel drive. the old white out back in. Should be good to go here. Yeah, sometimes this shit gets clogged up in there. She's probably clogged up. Gotta open up the gate here. Let her eat. Sometimes you gotta shake the truck a little bit. There she's coming out. God damn it. Now sometimes just bouncing around will help it get through there. Yeah, this shit ain't coming out where the okay. I've never man, I cannot believe it's not coming out of there. It's got to be bridged up. Okay. Oh, I just got to get out of the truck and then it works. Alright. And then you get in the truck and then it doesn't work. Alright. You can see how this is going to go. Man, what a mess. Bridged up. Side note, our salt never does that. So I know there's gonna be guys in the comments that say put a bridge thing in there, but it's not very common. Sure is common today. What in the I just did this yesterday. Everything came out just flawless. Today we got the camera on, and now we're gonna have to scoop it out. Okay. I've never seen it bridge like this bad. Not a clue. Usually tap the brakes like that and, you know, brakes up, comes out, but I got the camera on, so nothing will go right, of course. So these are about the most inconvenient thing to climb into. And that guy's gonna be here in 5 minutes, so that's cool. So there you can see what a bridge is. So we got the salt here. I just gave him a quick run around on how to get in there. It's not bad, but if you don't know what you're getting into, it could turn into an issue. So I just had him hop in the truck here and gave him a quick rundown. Because last year we had to rip out the stop sign up here and the neighbor was mad, and then the truck got stuck. This guy seems like he knows what he's doing, and hopefully he can whip her in there and no problemos today. That would be good. Yeah, so when I put this together, guys, I kind of was figuring on dump trucks coming in here, not semi-loads. So kind of my fault, but we're making it work. He made it past the stop sign, so we should be good. So we're gonna park this hot rod and go get in the skid loader.
That work for you?
Yeah, you could back up 2 feet, 3 feet. Yeah, he's got to pull ahead. Yeah, we need about 5 of these to fill this goddamn thing. remember last year we had to load this bin with a mini loader. That was not fun. It's a little bit of a job for the old mini loader. So I'm hoping next week we can get 2 or 3 loads and get this thing fully stocked now that we got all the old shit out of here. Yeah, I'm just gonna toss her in here just so he can get out because he's kind of waiting for me, and then we'll push it in there a little bit better once he's out of here. Good enough.
That's yours.
That's yours. I'll move that truck. And
Yeah.
what do you think?
I might have to nose up and kind of back up.
Yeah.
I probably won't be able to see that, so if you could just watch the.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah.
But I don't think it'll be bad.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Alrighty. Shout out to All Seasons Trucking out of Dubuque. Got here pretty quick. Made shit happen. Let's shove this bag up in there, and about time to go get some lunch. See how the office crew's doing. The guys are out putting up Christmas lights today. A couple guys are off. This year is actually our first year ever putting up Christmas lights after it snowed, and we're finding out very quickly that that is not good. So they're having some issues with the snow and the cold, and it's a dilemma. We got a lot of people calling asking why their lights aren't up yet. They should be, and we worked late landscaping, and then a bunch of the guys were off for Thanksgiving and hunting, and then the snowstorm. So it's not good. So we've got some upset customers. We also have some that understand. Whatever, we're gonna do what we can, make the best of it, and you know, I talked to the guys last night, and I said, well, you know, next year we just put the lights up in late October. No matter what, the last 2 weeks of October we're putting up lights. You know, but then I was like, well, if we wouldn't have got this snow, then you guys wouldn't have anything really to do. So it's kind of tricky. Like, yeah, we could put the lights up earlier, but then what if we wouldn't have got this snow? Then they wouldn't have nothing to do. I don't know the answer. So that was 25 ton. Well, it should have been. I didn't look at the slip, but looks like about 25. So we could fit 4 more of those in there, and she'd be fully loaded. We do need to fix this sometime. So the concrete that was in front of this building, my buddies own a concrete plant, and they had like 4 yards left over one night from some job, and they called me with about a 20-minute notice and said, hey, you want some free concrete? So we dug this out, and literally we literally just laid the concrete out. I ran the float over it and called it good. So it's definitely popped up and is falling apart. The concrete in the shed we did right. You know, that I spent some time on. We did that ourselves as well, but we had a little more planning into that. So this concrete in here looks great. And the funny part about the concrete in here is we poured this. It was freezing weather. We ended up putting blankets on it for like a day, and then it was less than 48 hours after we poured it. There's been salt on this ever since then, and it hasn't popped. Like, I can't figure it out. Like, this concrete in here looks great. I literally had a dump truck on it less than 48 hours after we poured it, and a load of salt. So I gotta bring a shovel out and clean up this mess. I don't like all this salt here, so And then of course we got to clean the skid loader off, you know, put some salt scone on her so she's not a rusty piece of shit. But I'm gonna go get some lunch, and maybe we'll run up to the office. I'd like to ask Derek. Honest to God, I haven't talked to Derek and asked him how his filming went in the last snowstorm. What in the fuck is going on here? So I watched some of the videos, and I seen Derek running around like a crazy person, but we're trying to get some good footage for you guys for winter content, so. All right, just getting back to the office. Let's go see what Derek has to say about filming in the snow. This is what Derek likes. He likes editing videos in the nice warm chair.
In all fairness, it is a little chilly in here.
It's a little chilly. I mean, I seen the footage. It looked a little chilly out there.
It was a lot colder out there.
You actually fell once.
Oh, I full on.
That was a pretty good fall.
I wish somebody would have gotten the actual footage of that, because that would have been gnarly.
Yeah, we could ask the security camera, so it's probably not something you're going to do every weekend, huh?
No. 40 years old is too old to be out there chasing plow trucks.
Probably just out there. We really should put a camera on Derek's face while he's doing that. Get a shot of you falling down. So, yep, you guys make sure to tell Derek thanks in the comments, because he got some good footage. So that all went good. And we're praying for some more snow. All right, now let's show you guys how to get 2x entries on the trailer giveaway. So let's go over some items in the merch store, just so you guys have a clear understanding. And if you end up on our main website, all you got to do is hit in the top right corner, hit enter the giveaway, and that's going to take you right to our merch store. Now inside the merch store, you're going to find all kinds of items: sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats like the one I got on, gloves, coats, and even some tools. But to make things a little more interesting, these last 2 days of the giveaway, guys, we're going to be doing 2x entries on our light testers and our salt counters. So let's show you what the light tester does. Now, if you order one of our light testers from us, this is exactly what you're going to get, guys. Comes complete with a battery, labeled stickers. It's pretty easy to use. Now, where this is nice is if you have multiple trailers, or even if you have one trailer and you don't want to hook it up to your truck to test the lights, brakes, and everything. All you got to do is plug it in. So now with this plugged in, you can test your running lights, your turn signals, your trailer brakes, if you have backup lights. Like I said, this comes complete with a battery, everything you're going to need, guys. Plug your trailer in, test away. And like I said, these are double entries right now, guys, so get on over there and check it out. All right, the reason I'm showing you guys the light tester and the salt counter is because they are two things that we actually make here at Pagel Services, two things that we actually use, and two things that are going to save you time and save you money. What you're going to get with the salt counter is a complete system to accurately measure the pounds that are coming out of your salter at all times. Included in that kit is all the wiring, the brackets that you're going to need, and the digital display that goes on your dash. Now, some guys get confused why it's called a salt counter. All it's doing is telling us exactly how much salt is coming out of the bag of the salter. So if you do purchase this, you're going to get a video of me explaining how to install it and how to calibrate it and how to use it. And as far as things in the merch store that are going to save you time and money, this salt counter is by far the best one for any of you guys, business owners that are running these salters. Now, this salt counter is set up for a conveyor chain. If you have a different style salter, make sure to send me an email with what kind of salter you have, maybe a picture of the back end of it, so I can see if we can make it work for your application. But if you have a web chain like this on your salter, this salt counter will work, and it will tell you exactly how many pounds of salt you're putting down each run. Now remember, guys, this is the final 2 days of the giveaway, final 48 hours of the giveaway, guys, so make sure to get on over to the merch store, get yourself entered to win. And don't forget, we are going live Thursday at 7 p.m. Make sure to come hang out with us, bring your questions, bring your concerns, tell me what I'm doing wrong, and we'll chat about that in the live. And then also a reminder, it is winter time, so hopefully some of you business owners are a little bit slow maybe this time of year. If you want to be on the podcast, Pagel Uncensored, we talk to blue-collar business owners, talk about employees, talk about situations, how you've dealt with your business, stuff like that. If that at all interests you, make sure to click the link down in the description, and that will take you to a form you can fill out. That'll get sent to Emily. She will check it over and then talk to me and see if we can get you on the podcast. And we really want to say thanks to all you guys for watching these last 3 videos. If you haven't seen the 2 videos prior to this, make sure to go check those out because they do kind of go in order 1, 2, and 3 with this large snowstorm that we just got. So make sure to check it out. We appreciate you guys. Put your comments down below. We'll read them. If they're spicy, you'll get Caleb mad and he'll read them back to you.